From First Coast News, this is Good Morning Jacksonville.
6 o'clock Tuesday morning. We continue to follow breaking news for you. A military plane crashes in the Mississippi Delta. It happened Monday evening. And waking up now, county officials are saying at least 16 people were killed in this individual crash. The plane that was operated by the United States Marine Corps. It was the type of aircraft that does refueling. And take a look at those images right there.
That number is just heartbreaking when you think about it. 16 people dead in this one plane crash, this military plane crash out there in Mississippi. Now, Alex, this is a story that you've been following so closely overnight into the early morning. What do we know at this point? A lot of unanswered questions.
That's right, Keith. Officials, still trying to investigate this situation. But what we've been able to piece together, including the weather situation, the air traffic out there, including this map here, you can actually see just north of where this plane is that debris field. Closest airport would have been Greenwood, Mississippi. So you can see how airplanes sort of travel on big highways in the sky. And this plane would have been coming out of Memphis, according to media reports out there. So it would have been coming south towards New Orleans and the Gulf Coast area. Now, confirming late last night, there were 16 people on board. No mention, though, if there were any civilians. Aerial footage showing that plane is still in flames as it crashed into a field just north of Jackson, Mississippi. Now, media reports again indicating it may have came out of Memphis, but officials tight-lipped on that. The Marine Corps only tweeting to confirm that it was in a mishap of a C-130. Now, variations can be seen across Jacksonville, including some stationed here at NAS Jax. Now, since refueling, these officials say that it does pose a danger with the cleanup. Here's what one of them had to tell us.
LaFleur County Sheriff's Department, state agents, local agents, fire department, first responders. We had a lot of agencies out.
Is the FBI involved in the investigation?
They're here.
Those officials say that they are planning another media briefing later today, hopefully to answer some more of those questions.
That's right. As we just heard there are a lot of agencies involved in this investigation, so we will finally get some answers, hopefully later on today, especially when the sun starts to rise up and we can get a closer look at things. Right now, though, we want to toss things over to our storm expert, Mike Prangley.
Good morning. Yes, and we're talking about a beautiful sunrise. It's already a beautiful day. Good morning, 6:02, and it's 7:11. All right, nice ring to it. Slurpee day, Chick-fil-A, go get some chicken, dress up like a cow, and taking a sunset and a sunrise. We are talking about the kind of pattern we're going to have a lot of skylights, and it's not going to be with the thunderstorms for once. We're finally going to see the stormy summer pattern take a big turn for the dryer. So we've got a 10 out of 10 fresh breezes coming off the ocean today after yesterday's 4-inch deluge in Palatka and Putnam County, almost 2 inches up toward Folkestone and Charlton County. But now we've got the severe clear. We've got big changes. Let's look at this weather wheel. And without further ado, seems like we've been waiting all summer for this. We're going to spin up plenty of sunshine. Now, look how low these rain chances are. 40% about 2-3 o'clock in Duval. So more of an isolated brief shower, more hit or miss. So with precision, let's look at this forecast. Yes, you can do the river walk today, but there may be just a brief shower at 2 o'clock. Mandarin Park, don't cancel those park plans, 2:30. Then toward the west side in Chaffee Road by 3 p.m. But some areas will see a better chance of rain out toward Columbia County. We'll take a closer look at that. But first, Katie Jeffries and the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you so much. All right, good morning, everybody. Look at that little hint of a sunrise starting out there. Looks pretty nice here. So this is a look towards 295 and Wilson, and you can see traffic there moving very well. Let's take a look towards your traffic maps. No problems, really. No major issues to report, though we do have one accident, 95 southbound, that ramp there towards State Road 9B, but no lanes blocked, no reports of injuries with this, so it sounds like it's off to the side. So just use caution when you are passing by that accident scene, but it doesn't look like any slowdowns because of it. Let's take a look towards the St. Augustine area. Not seeing any problems there with your bridges or even your downtown area. Overall, been a good start to the morning. Lewis.
6:04. Thank you, Katie. It's a tragic story from the Oak Leaf Plantation area. An 8-year-old boy from Lakeland died when 2 cars collided at the intersection of Argyle Forest Boulevard and Oak Leaf Plantation on Monday. What a very busy intersection it is. Police say the car the 8-year-old was in made a left turn when it was hit by another car. A 9-year-old girl and a 27-year-old woman were also hurt, and charges are pending now. Nearly 20 years later, a Jacksonville family may be one step closer to answers. We first reported yesterday that a British citizen, Philip Harkins, who is accused in the murder of a Jacksonville man, can now be extradited. back here to face trial. Joshua Hayes was killed near Mayport in 1999. Last night, his family laid flowers at the place where Joshua was killed, and they say now they're just waiting to see if and when Harkins will actually get back to Florida. They'll believe it when they see it, they say. Former Florida Congresswoman Kareem Brown continues to fight against her federal corruption conviction. Now we know she and her attorneys will go to court again in August to argue for her conviction to be thrown out and for her to get a brand new trial. She was convicted on 18 counts, back in April. Another hearing is set for August 7th. Keitha?
Quick check of your time now. It's 5 minutes past the hour. A quick look at your national headlines. Congress gets back to work and Republicans get a directive from the president. His message: pass a new health care bill to repeal and replace the Affordable Care Act before the next recess. That's at the end of July. But the Republican plan does not seem to have a bright future. More people protested it on Capitol Hill yesterday as GOP lawmakers spoke out against it, but the Senate could draft a new version of the bill this week and vote on it next week. Well, these courtroom sketches you see here show a U.S. Army soldier appearing in court accused of supporting ISIS. 34-year-old Ika Kang was in court in Honolulu, Hawaii on Monday. An FBI agent said Kang tried to give military documents to people he believed would pass them to ISIS, but those documents never made it to the militants. And back here in Jacksonville, if you didn't get a chance to attend the big Amazon job fair yesterday, you are in luck. Get this, Everbank Field is hosting a job fair today to fill more than 1,000 part-time positions at the stadium this fall. Now, those people will work as bartenders, food vendors, ticket takers, and security officials during Jaguars home games and some other events. The job fair starts at 4 this afternoon. Lots going on in the city. And Jacksonville, hey, is now home to a national football title. Our indoor arena football team, the Jacksonville Sharks, they came up big in the NAL championship game against the Columbus Lions last night late in the fourth quarter. The Lions were on the Sharks' 6-yard line but fumbled the ball to give the Sharks, hey, the victory. The Sharks won 27-21. You remember yesterday, Lou, Mike called and he said that they were going to take home this victory and the Jaguars are next. You never know.
Yeah, wow, that would be tremendous.
I'm remaining hopeful.
Remain hopeful. I love it. All right, thank you, Keith. At 6:07, it's usually a sight we only see around the holidays, but at 6:12, how Christmas in July is coming to the beaches and you can celebrate beginning tomorrow. It's a cool event. And at 6:16, one woman's close call as she was nearly hit by lightning right here in Florida, the lightning capital of the United States. Back in a minute.
Why are we in here? We should be out there.
I need to be at the beach. I know, a terrific Tuesday, and we're calling it a Beach Day Tuesday for good reason. You see that beautiful sunrise, and we've got a change in the weather pattern. You know, it's been a stormy summer, but
it has.
Yeah, spice and change is good for life. And let's take a look at some spice on your Tuesday. We're talking about dry beach weather, and Captain Alvarez says this is the day you need to go out and catch the big one. Look at beautiful fish there. We've got seas close to 2 feet, and we've got a light east-southeast wind and almost smooth waters out there for the inland fishermen. Notice we go ahead into Jacksonville Beach, we've got 88 degrees. And one thing we got to be careful of, we've got some great beach weather for most of the week, all right? But we got to be careful of rip currents that will be increasing this afternoon with that onshore flow. But with that said, yeah, that storm zone's well to the west. You got to go out toward areas of Baker, Union, Bradford County between about 4 and 6 o'clock. Otherwise, we're talking about reeling in the big one, enjoying our Tuesday. And the great news is this may continue for several days, one of the driest stretches of summer. And we'll take a close look coming up, Katie.
I bet a lot of parents are happy about that, so the
yes.
kids aren't stuck inside during the summer. All right, let's take a look here. This is a beautiful look, another look at the sunrise and the Fuller Warren Bridge, and things there look great. No congestion, no problems, no closures, and that's what I like to be able to report. I love watching the sunrise out there. If you're traveling on 95 southbound from 295 towards downtown, it is a normal 9-minute ride. That's standard. That's what it should be. Also, about 27 to 25 minutes if you're traveling from the Hart Bridge towards A1A along Atlantic Boulevard. It really depends, Mike, on how you hit the stoplights. If you hit them all green, totally different than if you hit them all red.
That's true. Don't forget the sunshades. All right.
Got them in my front pocket. Thank you so much. Guys, so listen, we're counting down 167 shopping days left until Christmas. How about that? And I know what you're thinking, Lewis, you're crazy. Why are you counting down like this? There is a point, because I want to talk about this awesome event at the beaches called Deck the Chairs. If you've ever gone out to this, you know how great it is. It's back this week. They decorate the gigantic, during the Christmas event, the 9-foot tall lifeguard chairs. Well, this is Christmas in July, and they're doing it with tiny chairs. Instead of decorating the full-size ones, they've asked artists, even local school kids, to decorate the 12-inch tall, foot-tall chairs right to scale. They're displayed in an exhibit at Atlantic Beach starting tomorrow, and the chairs that get the most votes, that you like the best, will be built into the full-size 9-foot tall sculptures for the real-life Christmas event, which is less than 160 days away. My goodness.
Chairs like this one, which I just think is amazing, you know, and it's actually something we can build and get done. So it's practical that we are working with these tiny chairs, but actually we're creating beautiful little pieces of art that are collectibles now for anyone that has a passion for collecting and one of a kind, and loves Deck the Chairs and loves.
It's Curtis Loftus. He organized this event, started it all back in 2013, now in the 5th edition of it coming up this year. He's always looking to change, so they're going with the tiny chairs mid-year to get ready for the Christmas event. You can see all 20 chairs that were designed, the small ones, including several made by the local elementary kids, at Gallery 725 Atlantic Beach Wednesday and Thursday. Then a reception where voting will end Friday night. Also silent auction. Also, you can buy those chairs. That's 6 o'clock. All of this, by the way, goes to benefit the Volunteer Life-Saving Corps of Jacksonville, the lifeguards, hence the chairs. And more information is on our website right now if you'd like to go and you need the details again, firstcoastnews.com.
Those are so cool. I love that mermaid one. All right, folks, it's now 14 minutes past the hour. So lightning strikes less than 80 yards away from a Florida woman. Up next, why she still ended up needing to go to the hospital. But first, the latest on some breaking news out of Mississippi after a deadly military plane crash there. Good Morning Jacksonville returns in 2 minutes.
Continuing to follow breaking news this morning out of Mississippi, where a military plane crashed. Now, cleanup is still going on. Officials say a C-130 tanker was involved in this wreck, and at least 16 people were killed. That may mean we're dealing with 16 dead Marines this morning. Now, you can see here from some video taken over a field in Mississippi that plane in flames. Now, officials still not releasing a lot of information. We're piecing together some of the details, though, including what the weather conditions were like and the air traffic situation at the time. Now, again, this is still a very dangerous cleanup process for officials out there dealing with a lot of fuel cleanup. We'll have another update for you in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks for that, Alex. Now, we talk a lot about how dangerous lightning can be here in Florida, and this video right here proves it. It's really frightening when you think about it. This is surveillance video from Fort Lauderdale. A woman runs across the parking lot during a storm as lightning strikes. Think about that. She is able, though, to get to the door, but she had to go to the hospital later. Medics say that she was stunned by the lightning, actually, because it traveled through the water on the ground and then it just hit her. But the good news is it wasn't a powerful shock, so she will be just fine. Goodness.
Now, weather with your First Coast News storm experts.
And our stormy summer taking a turn for the dryer. When's the last time you've seen this? Okay, well, we know that it's going to be hot. It's July, 3-degree guarantee high, upper 80s beaches, low 90s inland. But we've got the green light go, not just for the morning commute, but coming home, a dry drive. Yes. All right, 74 degrees to start. And there we go for the dry drive, 88 on the way home. Have those sunshades handy. Here's the difference maker and why we're going to change this summer pattern. High pressure building in from the north. So what's happening, we have more of an onshore flow, and we've got the sea breezes colliding toward the west coast of Florida. So our friends in Tampa, those are the areas going to have to worry about that commute home. And you can see the Futurecast doing a great job. Also, we were tracking that tropical wave yesterday. Should remain weak. You see it coming into the Bahamas later Wednesday, Thursday, but all that moisture staying mainly into central and south Florida while we stay in that sweet spot, so to speak. So once again, Wednesday, Thursday on the drier side of things. It's been a long time when I've had back-to-back mainly dry days. So we look outside. It's all about a beautiful day out there, beach day. It'll stay dry on the sand. SPF alert, though, 30 plus. We're talking about a UV index in the extreme range at 11. 7-day forecast shows plenty of fun and sun. Jumbo shrimp forecast, that's coming up, but They're going to be playing ball tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. Temperatures low 90s today. There's Wednesday. Look at these low rain chances all the way through the weekend. Our next significant rain may hold off until next Sunday, Katie. So, wow, what a change and what a great day it is out there. How's it looking in the Five-Star Credit Union Traffic Center?
So far, it's actually been pretty good. I need to knock on wood, you know. It's been pretty nice. So 295 southbound here, going either way across the Buckman Bridge. Things look very nice. 10 minutes if you're headed over towards the Mandarin area. Only 8 minutes if you're headed back up towards Beach Boulevard. So things look very nice. Let's take a look here towards the Buckman Bridge. And you got a gorgeous sunrise that you can watch. And like I said, traffic there moving up to speed. Taking a look here at our traffic maps, you're going to see a lot of green on those roadways. And that is exactly what I want to see. Makes my job a lot easier because it means that there's no major slowdowns, no congestion points. Intermittent congestion, though, around NAS Jacksonville, which is to be expected as people make their way towards the base. I-95 out of Georgia, though, traveling up to speed. Back to you.
Katie, thank you. It's a job that brings a lot of money to our region. Not exactly the most glamorous profession either. But up next, our Odd Jobs series continues on board a shrimp boat. We are back in 2 minutes with Curtis Dvorak. So many folks are stuck in a cubicle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But not every job requires a chair or a desk. In fact, one job that brings a whole lot of money right here to our First Coast takes its workers right out there on the water.
This is pretty cool. Our Curtis Dvorak continues his Odd Job series this morning with a look at life on a shrimping boat.
Oh, good morning, folks. It's right, 4 a.m. Oh, what are we doing today? Well, we're gonna learn the life of a shrimper. See if I can do that. I love shrimp, so see if I'm good at catching them. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how hard it is and how much you really love shrimp. So what we got here is the tri-net. They put a little net out while the big net's dragging, and they pull that in every 30 minutes to see what they're getting, to see if they're wasting their time with the big net out.
That's a decent try.
That's a decent try?
Yeah. An idea is what the big rig's going to do. I mean, if we keep working like that, it'd be worth making another one.
All right. Permission to come aboard, sir?
Come aboard, Captain.
Captain Charlie?
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you having us out here. So what do I have to do today? What's my job?
All the stuff that we don't want to do.
So basically, Captain, if I understand this correctly, my job description is I got to do all the stuff you guys don't want to do.
That's right.
All right. I mean, that's where I'm starting.
You got to start.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
All right.
This is a bad day.
This is a bad day?
It's a bad drag. Bad drag.
Bad drag.
But see what I'm saying? You ain't got many big shrimp in the drag. Pick all the big ones out, throw them in a basket, and you pick the medium brownies out.
All right, Speedy, so how much did we pull in here?
We pull in about 85 pounds of brownies, little ones, and probably about 35 pounds of big ones. It's not bad, but this is what you call be a scrap day. The way we mark it right now, the sun's got the shrimp, the water's going to start clearing up, so everything's going to start burying up.
Oh, okay. So when the sun comes out, the shrimp go into the mud, into the sand.
Right. Because the water's so clear. They see that net coming and they get out the way. They're kind of smart.
They've learned.
They've learned, you know what I mean, over the years. Gotcha.
Yours. That's money.
Fresh, sweet,
straight cash. Straight cash.
And we're done until the next one.
So wait a minute. Why would anyone want to eat shrimp from overseas and not the ones right off our coast?
Because they don't inquire when they go to a restaurant. They just order shrimp and don't realize that they're missing out on about the best seafood that you can get in this part of the country.
And it's right off our coast. It's fresh.
Yes,
all right, Captain, I appreciate it. That was an awesome trip. Not too bad. I didn't get thrown to the sharks.
Not bad, Curtis. We didn't go in the water today.
All right. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. I'm sure I probably, got in the way a bunch. So
we're always looking for a crew man. You think you might want to be a commercial fisherman?
Me do this full time?
Yeah.
You know, actually, hold on. I think my phone's ringing. Oh, you know what? It's the station. Breaking news. I gotta go cover that.
Curtis, you don't cover breaking news, dude.
Shut up, Jeff. Captain, good to see you.
All right.
I got. Otherwise, I would.
Jeff is twice his size.
Let's just mention that, right?
Jeff, just throw him in the water. But great stuff.
All right, so tomorrow Curtis's Odd Job series continues with a look at how the St. Augustine Aquarium feeds its fishy residents each and every day. That's Wednesday morning right here on Good Morning Jacksonville. Your time now is 6:27, and just ahead on Good Morning Jacksonville, take a look at these videos. They show just how dangerous a crash between a car, goodness, and a semi-truck can be. At 6:34, what truck drivers want you to know about sharing the road safely.
All right, we're back with more on the breaking news as well about that military plane crash in Mississippi.